Yeah, so I just want to show you this guitar that I'm playing now, since the Charvel that I had broke in two. It seemed that the piece of wood that I sawed out to be able to reach the frets, the high frets, was a little too close to this hollow where all the electronics is. So when I was a little too heavy-handed with the guitar, then it's literally broken in two pieces. So this whole piece broke over, just fell off. And what I could see was that it was only sitting in such a thin piece of wood, which was up here and then a little bit here. So it's just, it seemed that I was a little too close to that place. And actually the neck can still be played, but the electronics doesn't work anymore. And I tried to put it together again with screws, but it's kind of doesn't really work anymore, other than as a fine practicing okay thing. So I got this, I guess this is kind of a cheapie, but it's it looks really good, and it's kind of a little bit of a different. I used to have a Fender Strat. This is a Mexican Strat. I had one of those before, but there was a little bit of a version of the guitar with some really good pickups that I had before, and it had jumbo frets. This one only had medium jumbo frets, which is kind of a little bit of a problem for me, as I've just realized, because I realized when you bend the high frets, or the high E string, you're really struggling. You're really putting your fingers into the wood a lot. So it takes a lot of. One thing is that it takes a lot of power to do it, but the other thing is that you'll lose the string at some point. So if you do something like this, at some point you just lose the string. So I guess this type of guitar is not made for bending on the high E string, which sounds weird, but that's just a fact, that you lose the string. It's much easier to on the B and G string. Those strings I don't have any problems with. And this, what I've been playing with in this video until now, is, I guess, this single coil down here, which sounds really great, and the humbucker is really good too. It has a tendency to lose tuning because I put on some heavier strings, and I guess one of the reasons that it's cheap is because they don't really do this from the factory. It's not really a very well done job, not at all. So the strings doesn't really fit within these holes. So when I use the whammy bar, which I could do on my old Strat with no problems, but on this one it goes out of tune immediately. So I don't know if I'm gonna do something like that anyway. But the guitar sound is just excellent. I'm actually attached to tuner now because it goes out of tune all of the time. This G string is a problem. The low strings also go out, and actually also the high E and the B string, especially if you use the whammy. So, but got no complaints on the sound, and the feel of the neck is excellent too. So this is the neck pickup. So anyway, this is a real good cheap guitar that I'm going to be using on my recordings and videos. And that's, you know, that's just a single chord. It sounds pretty amazing, I think. So other than that, I can only encourage you to click the link under the video here to check out some more of my recordings